What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So today I'm going to be doing an unboxing video, one of my unboxing videos, and we're going to be talking about my new purchase, which is the CZ75D Compact, right? So we're going to be talking about this pistol. But first things first, guys, we're going to give a shout out to my friends over at Call Beyond Duty Coffee. I'm a big fan of theirs, and I hope you become a fan of them too. So go check out the description. You'll find a link, and I guarantee you, you're going to love it. So go enjoy their coffee. I do. Anyway, so we're going to get into this video. Now, I've been doing this channel for a while now, what, 5 years? I don't know, I think, give or take, whatever it is. And you guys are great. You've helped this channel grow and stuff like that. And I've had a lot of requests over the years to do various videos and reviews and stuff like that. So one of the most common requested guns that I get on this video is some form of CZ75. Everyone's like, yo, we should try a CZ75 or something like that. I've never actually owned a CZ75 myself until now, until yesterday. And I kind of like it, So we're going to talk about it. So first, I gotta tell you real quick, there's a story that goes behind this. I said it before in my videos, I'm not a gun collector, I'm a gun user and a gun carrier. So basically what that means is that if I have a gun that sits in my safe for any period of time, or a couple guns sit in my safe for any period of time, I trade them out for something that I'm going to carry. If I don't carry it, then I don't need it, right? So I traded a couple guns out the other day, but the crazy thing is I had to go to 3 FFLs. I usually go to 1 FFL that I've been going to for years, and I decided I'm no longer going to go to that FFL. I'm just not going to go to that FFL. After what happened the other day, it was kind of ridiculous. And then I went to another FFL, which I've never been a huge fan of, and I wasn't a big fan there. So then I went to another FFL that I actually kind of liked what they did. Now, I traded 2 guns, top quality guns. I traded my standard M9 because I have 92X, which I love. I traded my standard M9 and a almost brand spanking new Glock 17 Generation 4. And with those, only maybe a couple hundred rounds between the 2 guns alone. I mean, literally like 100 rounds each gun, give or take. And the price I got through them was almost insulting, kind of the FFLs that I actually went to. So I decided that I'm going to go to a 3rd FFL, and I really like the price and I really like the deal and the discount that I got because I made a purchase and I did this. So I traded two guns for 1, right? So but anyway, so I'm going to stop my ranting. So you guys know, if you know my channel, you know how informal my unboxing videos are. Here's the box right there. All right, it's hard to see. There's the box. And the gun's out of the box because that's just how I roll. So what we're talking about, what this comes with. Now this is the CZ75D. All that stands for is the decocking model. So basically when this is back here, you take this little, looks like a safety here, it's actually decocker, and you put it down and it puts it at like a half cock position. It's kind of what it looks like to me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that looks like a half cock position to me. All right, so you put it down just like that, and that's decock it. So it is a classic double to single action pistol. And CZ75 has been around for a long time, and they're very good guns. A lot of people like the competition guns, where the Shadow 2s or something like that. So when I was looking at them, I was looking at various guns. I saw a couple CZs that I was kind of looking for, and I like the look of this one. It's not too big. It's kind of a small, compact gun. It's definitely the compact model. It's small. I like how it feels. It's really lightweight. I really like how light this is. And I'm just kind of became a fan. I picked it up. I'm like, you know, this is the one I'm going to get today. So here it is right here. Now, this is just the initial impressions. I haven't taken it out to the range yet. I plan on doing it this week. And I'll come back with a post-range review of it and how I think about it. But I'm just going to cover the basics of what I think of it so far. So first things first, we'll talk about what this came with. So when I bought this, it came with this gun, and it came with 2 magazines. And I'm in the state of Connecticut, so these are 10-round magazines. You can see the weird plate on it and stuff like that too. I have a snap cap in there, and you'll see why here in a minute. So it came with 2 magazines, so I gotta look and find a 3rd magazine. I like having a minimum of 3 to 5 magazines per gun, so I gotta look and find that. It's just, if you notice, it's just the black controls, the standard black controls. So I wasn't sure, as I was trying to look for reviews on this, I wasn't sure if it's the PCR model or a standard model, but I don't think it's a PCR model because the box doesn't say PCR model, the paperwork doesn't say PCR model, and all the PCR models I say were like Czech Felice or whatever, had kind of like a silver hammer and a silver trigger, all right? And this one has black controls on it. So I don't think this is a PCR model, this is just a standard compact 75D, all right? So that is pretty much what it came with. Now the sights on this are actually pretty nice. They're not night sights, they're green, they're kind of greenish. And it's actually got a really good profile when you're looking at it. Let's see if I can line it up for you. it's got a pretty good profile, and they do soak in light pretty well, so you can see them in the light. At night, obviously you can't see them, or darkness, you can't really see them, but during the light, you can really see them pretty well. So I like the look of that. Now, you can't talk about CZ without talking about the grip. And I agree with people. For me, it feels like someone takes a mold of clay, like wet clay, has someone grab it and squeeze it, and then they mold it into a pistol grip. So that's what the pistol grip feels like to me. So this CZ has a really good feel to it. It's a very good naturally pointing gun. It almost feels like it's around 1911 pointability. I literally pointed out there and I'm already lined up and I'm ready to go. So it's very pointability, and the size is a really good size. So for my large hands, or my large average size hands, this grip is kind of like a Glock 19, but it just feels better in my hand than that, like when it comes to size length. So it's like the length of a Glock 19 size, but it feels better. It has like a little kind of almost like hook. You can see that on there. So when my hand gets on there, it feels pretty good. It has a lanyard loop on there. So some people ask why lanyard loops are on there, and I'll make it very simple. Well, in the military, our guns had lanyard loops on it because we'd have butter bar lieutenants that would lose their guns, and young Marines, young soldiers that would lose their guns. So we needed to dummy rig it by hooking up a cord to this and hooking it up to their belt. So when it falls out, holster drags behind them and they don't lose it. That's what that thing is for. Doesn't bother me that it's there. No problem with that whatsoever. So next to that, there's pretty much, I don't see any type of features, any special features on this. The trigger isn't that bad. I do like the trigger. All right, when I pull it, it's a very smooth double action trigger. It's a longer one, but it's a very smooth double action trigger. My gun isn't moving that much when I'm pulling it, so I don't mind it whatsoever. And the reset to the single action is not too bad. Actually, it's not bad at all. It's not quite as good as my my 92X, but it is actually a really nice feeling single action trigger. There isn't a whole lot of take up in it. There's a little bit of play in it, and I come to a little bit of a wall. Once I get to the wall, it's just it's a little bit of creep, but nothing crazy, and then it pulls very good. So I like the feel of that. Now, the grip has nice texturing on it. It's like a rubber grip, so it kind of fits your hands. I like the rougher grips. I like kind of like the G10 grips, but this isn't bad. I kind of like this. Now, it does have the lines, I don't know the exact name of it, going on the front and the back. I know a lot of guns have them like this. I prefer them if they're cross-checkering. It could bite in your hand a little bit more. But this doesn't feel too bad in the hand. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with this gun, CZ75. I'm pretty impressed with the gun. Now, it also has a loaded chamber indicator. So that's why I have this little dummy round on top of my live rounds here. So I want to show you how this loaded chamber indicator works. So you take a look at it now. You don't see much on it. The second you load it, this thing pops up pretty heavily. It pops up pretty heavily. So it's on there, and you can't deny it as a loaded chamber indicator. I'm not a huge fan of the one that just stick up a little bit. This is kind of nice. I don't mind that at all. So now I'll remove that dummy round, and I'll show you one other thing that I kind of like about this. Now, one other thing that I do like about this is, I don't know the exact name, but see the lines that go through here? Basically what it does is it helps with the glare, helps with reflection when you're looking down your sights. It helps with that glare a little bit. So it helps with the sight picture and sight alignment. So overall, I'm really impressed with this gun. I can't wait to take it out to the range to get a feel for it. Now, there's another pro when it comes to CZ75s. And like I said, I've known about these guns for a while. I never owned them until now. But the one thing that I do like about it, if you look at the slide and the frame, you notice the frame is a little bit bigger than the slide. And you can see, unlike most guns, the actual slide goes below the frame level. So what I mean by that is it's not attached at the top of the frame, it's attached inside the actual frame. If you notice, it's literally inside the frame is where it's attached. So what that does is to create a very good fitting gun. A lot of people will tell you these are super accurate gun. I'll find out when I take it to the range. And I can see where that comes to. There's literally no creep to it. It's lightweight. It feels good in the hand. So I'm kind of excited about it. So for all the people out there who have been begging me to go and check out CZ75 and do a review on it, well, here it is. So stand by. By the end of the week, we probably should have a post-range review on this gun so I can tell you exactly how I feel and what it shoots like. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me. And don't forget, guys, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.